is our shrimp egg rolls. And we're going to need cabbage, onion, carrot, scallion, and fresh thyme. And you're going to also need your fried egg roll wrappers. You can get them at your supermarket. And you're going to need some water to seal everything. And then you're going to need your shrimps that you're going to put in there. And it depends on you. You can put extra large, small, however you want to do it. But that's what we're going to, those are the ingredients we're going to use. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the onion. And we're going to cut the onion. We're not going to use that much. We're going to have maybe, we're going to do like 1/4 of a cup of onion. And we're going to cut this fairly fine because you don't want big chunks of onion. So you're going to cut it fairly fine so that you can have it to cook fast. And also, if you are an onion lover, you can add more or add less or leave it out if you don't want to. But we like onions, so we're going to put onions in it. Okay? So once you cut your onion up, you're going to have a bowl to put everything in. So you get your onions and you put it in your bowl. Okay? Next thing you need is also a grater, because you want to make these things fine so that it can cook fast. So with the grater, we're going to grate the carrot. I already peeled it and washed it, so we're going to grate the carrot.
You can do a whole carrot, you can do a half a carrot. Again, it's up to you how you like your egg rolls. If there's something that I'm adding that you don't like, don't place it. You can kind of put whatever you want in it. You can substitute carrot and probably put just the cabbage in there. You can put mushrooms. It's really up to you and the flavor that you want, because you're the one that's going to be eating it. So you're grating it and you're getting it a fine. You want to add this with your onion mixture. And I am going to be making a good amount, so I'm going to probably grate almost all of this carrot. And so you're going to grate the carrot. We're going to add that to our bowl.
If you need more, you could always add more. Now with the carrot, we're also going to use the cabbage. You can grate the cabbage if you need to, but I'm just going to cut it up. And I'm going to start with half of that one and see how much cabbage I'm going to use. If I need more, I'll add more. So we're going to do it as thin as you like. That's why I said if you want to use the grater, you can use the grater, because you will get it thin. And then I'm going to go the other way just to make sure I'm chopping it fine. I feel like that's a good amount. I don't really need more than that. Okay, so now we're going to add our cabbage to our carrot mixture. Now, once you add your cabbage, you're going to use some scallion, not too much, fresh. We're going to just use a little bit of the white, not too much, because we already have onion in there, so we're not going to use that much. We're going to leave the rest for our fried rice. So we're going to add that scallion. And then there go the thyme. You want to use fresh thyme. The dry thyme, it doesn't really give the flavor that you really want. The fresh one is great. And you just take the thyme sprigs off of the stems and add it to your mixture. Once you do this, and again, this is up to you. If you like a lot of thyme, you add a lot. If you like less, if you don't like it at all, don't add it. But this is what you're going to be doing, is adding your thyme in with your mixture. Now, you can stir everything around, and you see that everything looks nice and pretty. Okay. Once you put your thyme in, we're going to now add our shrimp. I am not going to use this whole bag of shrimp. I'm going to use some. Because you want small amount of shrimps in there, you can cut it. So now we're just going to add some of the shrimps in here. And I'm going to cut the shrimp in half. So I'm going to take the shrimp because they're fairly big. Take them and I'm going to just cut them in half. So it's a season the shrimp as well as our cabbage mixture. So we're going to put black pepper. We're going to put seasoning salt, garlic salt, cayenne pepper, optional, and onion powder. We're going to stir that around. And we have our shrimp seasoned. We're also going to season our cabbage mixture. The more you season, the more flavor you have. So we're going to add onion and the garlic and all of our seasoning into our mixture with the black pepper. And we're going to toss this. We're going to add our shrimp mixture to our vegetables. We're going to toss this around so everybody's in the pool. Everybody's getting love and everybody's in the pool. I'm going to wash my hands so I can start with the wrapping. Be back. Okay, so now we're going to put a little bit of crab in our shrimp egg rolls. So I took some of the crab out and I'm just going to cut it a little fine. And with me cutting it, I'm just going to add this to our mixture with our shrimp and our vegetables. And we're going to toss that. Remember, everything's already seasoned, so we're just adding that to our mixture. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to start with the rolling. The rolling, some people may think it's hard. It's super easy, okay? With the rolling, you just get your wonton wrapper. Okay? The trick with this is the way for it to seal, you have to use water. You have to have the water to damp on it. So now they're ready. Everything is already, separate for you. It's already sliced. You just unroll one. Make sure we don't have two. Nope, we have one. You get one and you put it in a diamond shape. And once you have it in your diamond shape, you're going to take some of the mixture. You want to make sure you get everything. So you have some cabbage. You have some shrimp. You have everything in your mixture. Make sure it's not too much. And once you put everything in here, you're going to bring it a little bit closer to the edge. You're going to bring it up. You're going to tuck one side. Tuck the other side. Then you're just going to roll. And once you get closer to the end, that's when you're going to get your water, dip your finger, and you're going to seal the edges. And once you seal your edges, if you see anything open, just seal it. It's not a big deal. Seal it, seal it. And then you have your egg roll. We're going to put that down. Okay guys, so now we have rolled majority of all of our egg rolls, and now we're not going to fry it right now because we do not want it to be, when you want to eat it, you want it to be nice fresh so it can be crisp. So I'm going to use a damp paper towel to cover it so that everything stays moist, because it gets dried out really quick if you don't keep it moist. So I'm going to get a paper napkin, and I just damped it a little bit, and I'm just going to go ahead and cover it up so that it can remain moist until I'm ready to fry. So we're going to put that to the side. We're going to start on our fried rice. So the trick with fried rice is super easy to make, but you have to pre-cook your rice. So you cannot cook rice today or you can't cook rice right now and use that same hot rice. You have to cook it out probably early in the morning or the day before, and you use stale rice. So I have rice that's already cooked, and let me know if you guys need me to do a tutorial on white rice. It's just simple white rice. Cooked it, very, very easy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is cut my stove on, and we're gonna start getting that hot. What you need for your fried rice is obviously stale rice. You need olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. We have some sesame seed oil. You need, I use low sodium soy sauce, and I use a little mushroom sauce. This is optional. And you obviously need scallion, onion. You need your eggs. And we're going to use the leftover shrimp from the egg rolls, and we're going to use some of the crab and bean sprouts. Okay, so we're going to start with the chopping of our onion. So we're going to, again, I'm going to use the rest of this onion because I'm going to make a good amount of. Okay, so now we're going to get our pot, and we're going to place it on the stove so it can start getting hot. Okay, while that's getting hot, we're going to season up the rest of our shrimp. So we have our shrimp, last little bit of our shrimp left, and I am going to do the same basic seasoning, which is onion. We have cayenne. We're going to do the garlic. We're going to do the seasoning salt, and we're going to do black pepper. Again, all the seasoning that I use is optional. If you're a person who like a different type of seasoning, you can use a different seasoning. It's up to you. And I just like this melody mix. I'm going to put my onions and scallion mixture to the sides and cut some of the crab up, because fried rice is something that kind of goes fairly quickly. It doesn't take a long time to cook. Okay, so again, we're going to do a rough chop on this crab. You can use the fresh crab if you're not really a fan of imitation crab. It's up to you what you want to do and how you want to do it. It's your stuff. You're eating it. Okay, so now we're going to add this with the shrimp mixture so we can get some of that seasoning on it. And everything goes in the pool. I'm going to toss that. And that's ready for when we need it. Okay? Now, the trick with fried rice is, again, everything is fried and it's fast. So we're going to start by putting some olive oil in our pot. Okay? That's probably like 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And so that's going to get hot fairly fast. And we're going to get our white rice ready to add to our olive oil mixture. So now, while this is hot, because it is hot, I'm going to add my onion and some of my scallion. So all of the onion and some of the scallion, I'm going to leave some for later. And so I put that in the mixture. Okay? And while this is sauteing with the olive oil, I'm going to add just a little bit of thyme. Not a whole bunch, just a little bit of thyme. Again, this is optional. If you don't want to add it, you don't have to. And I'm putting just a little bit of thyme in it. Okay, not too much. So with the thyme, while everything is in the pot doing its thing, now I'm going to add my rice that I cooked earlier. And so I'm going to not add the whole pot, but I'm going to put as much. I'm probably going to do 3 cups of rice. So I'm going to add the rice in. Again, this is rice that I cooked. I cooked this rice this morning. So the rice is cold, not warm. Definitely cold. And so you're adding this rice into your pot. You hear that sizzle? That's what you want to hear. So now we're going to coat the rice with the olive oil and the onion and the scallion mixture with a little bit of the thyme. And while we're coating that rice with the olive oil, this is when we're going to take the opportunity to add our sesame oil. Sesame oil is a very strong ingredient, so you want to use it lightly. Do not use too much. So probably that much, which is probably 1 tablespoon. It just came out lightly, so it may look like it's a lot, but trust me, it wasn't a lot that I just poured in here. Now, the rice is bland. It's just plain rice, and you have to put a little flavor in it. So I'm going to add some black pepper, and I'm doing it while it's still white so I can see and make sure I don't add too much. So I'm doing some seasoned salt, some cayenne, and some garlic powder. So now I am going to go ahead and add all of this and saute it up. Now if you can tell the rice, it looks like it has flavor, right? It looks like it's seasoned. That's what you want it to look like. Now I'm going to take this opportunity to add, we're going to add our soy sauce. And again, we're doing the low sodium. And we're going to put as much soy sauce to make your rice brown. The one thing I hate is when you order Chinese rice and they bring you the rice and the rice is light skinned. That ain't fried rice. I need some soy sauce in my rice, period. Okay? Because if I'm going to eat fried rice, I want it to look like it was fried. So now with the soy sauce, you see how it's changing the color? This is what you want. Okay? It's changing the color. It's making it look super yummy. Now, this is optional. I use a little bit of mushroom sauce. You don't have to add mushroom sauce, but I use a little bit. Again, this is about a tablespoon. I don't do too much. Just a little bit of mushroom sauce. And we're adding that to our fried rice. And if you can tell, everything is looking nice and brown. That's exactly what you want. Once you have your rice browned and everything is steaming and looking great, you want to take this opportunity to add your shrimp because your shrimp is not cooked. You want to add your shrimp and your crab mixture in it now. When you add your shrimp and your crab, you're going to go ahead and toss it. Again, shrimp is something that does not take a long time to cook. So this is not going to take a long time to get pink. And you're just adding your shrimp in and cooking it until it turns pink. Now if you see it's sticking a little bit to the bottom of the pot, all you have to do is add a little bit more olive oil. Don't freak out. It's fried rice. It's supposed to be a little toasty. Just add a little bit more olive oil to the bottom of the pot. This is just to help with the sticking so that the rice doesn't stick. So if you can see, a lot of the shrimp is going to start turning pink. And again, we're just sauteing this up. Now, some people don't like fried rice with eggs in it. Some people don't like fried rice with eggs in it, but we do, okay? So I am going to add some eggs in my fried rice. Again, you're cooking it. And if you don't want no eggs, don't put eggs in it. Period. Because it's not a must. But we like eggs, so I'm adding eggs. So if you can tell, the shrimp is definitely getting pink. This is what you want, right? Everything looks really, really good. I'm not using a wok like the traditional Japanese or Chinese will use to fry their rice. I am simply using just a large skillet to fry the rice, okay? So what I'm going to do is make a well for the fried rice, right? I'm going to make a well so I have some place to fry my eggs, okay? And I am going to add a little bit more oil, just because I don't want everything to stick. Now I'm going to add my eggs, and I am going to fry it directly in the pot. And I'm going to do 3 eggs. I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to scramble it right in the middle of the rice. Now remind you, everything else is over here still steaming. The shrimps are still getting pink. I'm just literally making the egg scramble. So now we're just working our egg mixture in the middle and making sure that we get everything that needs to be scrambled up, right? You don't want to just add the egg straight into the fried rice, because instead of it scrambling, it's going to make the rice soggy. So that's why you want to put it in the middle so that the egg could do its magic and turn into scrambled eggs. So once you see that you have your eggs and they're scrambled, and it's okay if a little bit of rice get into it. Everything's in the bowl. You're going to eat everything anyways. It doesn't really matter. Okay? But you see how the eggs are scrambling and everything is just not coating in the rice. This is exactly what you want. So now once you see this, and if you know how to make eggs, you kind of know how scrambled eggs supposed to look. This is when you'll go ahead and take the opportunity to make everything mix up. Now you can add your rice back in. You're getting everything coated. So again, everybody can have a bite of everything. You have the eggs, with the fried rice, your shrimp, your crab. And so now we're going to take this time to add in our bean sprout, because bean sprouts are something that cooks like this. So this is when you want to take your bean sprouts and add in your bean sprouts. Again, this is optional. If you're a person who really don't like bean sprouts, you don't have to add in bean sprouts, but we like bean sprouts. And you're going to use the rest of your scallion that you saved, and you're going to put it in. And at this point, everything is cooked. So you can cut your stove off, because everything is just going to steam. You adding your scallion, everything is just going to cook with the steam. So if you can see, you literally have like fried rice, shrimp and crab fried rice that is bomb looking, and trust me, it's going to taste just as good as it looks, okay? And so we're going to get a dish and put it in. Now you have everything meshed together. This looks awesome. You see the bean sprout, you see the egg, the shrimp, the crab, the scallions. So now we're going to bring this and pour it in our bowl. right? And again, this is fried rice that you're saving so much money on, because if you was to go to or order Chinese fried rice for this size, this is probably like a jumbo portion, you're paying a good $20. And I made this here home by myself, and I get to put everything that I like in, and it's awesome. So with this now, you're going to have your duck sauce on the side if you want. Anything that you like to put in your fried rice, when you order out, you can add duck sauce to it. But this thing is so good, I guarantee you don't need no duck sauce. Let's try it. So now I'm going to get everything in a bite. I'm going to get some bean sprout. We're going to have some shrimp. I'm going to get a piece of crab. Now, if this is not a perfect bite, it's really hot. So, got to make sure that I don't burn my mouth. I don't know. I'm talking about the police is supposed to be knocking on my door. It's a crime. It's a crime to cook this good. This is perfect. You don't need to add no duck sauce, in my opinion. But if you like a little sweet taste to it, then go ahead and add it. But I really don't feel like you need it. But it is so good. Now we can work on frying our egg rolls. Because again, when you're eating your fried rice, you don't want to have your egg rolls to be soggy. So you want it to be fresh. So when you eat it, you can hear the crunch and everything is awesome. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to fry our egg rolls. Okay guys, so now we're going to do one of my favorite part, which is fry the egg rolls. So we have a skillet on the stove, and we're going to add some vegetable oil. You can use canola oil also. And remember, we're frying, so you're just going to put some oil lightly on the bottom. Now, we're going to make that warm up. We have our egg rolls that's already cooked. Not cooked, but already rolled. And they're still nice and moist because we have the damn towel on it. So, while that oil gets warm, we're going to get some of the oil from the egg roll. Okay? So, we're going to now start with one of our egg rolls. You're going to use the oil, and we're going to place the egg roll in the frying pan. Don't be scared. And you're going to add it in. And the sizzle that you see is what you want. Again, this is egg roll. It's not going to take a long time to cook because the skin is very thin. So as quick as it looks like it's frying is as quick as it's going to be finished. So we're going to have our fork. You're going to be gentle because again, the skin of the egg roll is very easy to poke, and you don't want to pop any holes in it because you don't want the filling to come out. So as it's frying, which is getting very nice and brown, we're going to soon turn them over. But for right now, we're just going to let it do what it needs to do, which is fry and get nice and brown. Okay, so now it's definitely ready to flip. So we're going to be gentle and flip because you don't want, obviously, the oil to splash on you. So you're going to be gentle. That is what you're looking for. That brown color is what you're looking for when you're wanting to flip your egg roll. And again, with it being this way, it's going to steam, and so your cabbage and your shrimp, everything is going to cook in the inside. So once you get your egg roll flipped, we're going to wait on the other side probably a minute for it to fry completely and be golden completely around, and take those out and add more. So as you guys can see, this is the perfect golden brown. We're going to start taking it out so it can start draining. And once we take it out, we're just going to transfer it on and that's what you want. You want the perfect golden brown color so that everything is nice, fried, crispy. This is exactly what you're looking for. So now you're going to just take it out. Again, be careful. I am used to the kitchen, so I can do that if you're not don't do that. And we're gonna add more. Okay, so these are the last bits, and these are all ready to come out. So now we're just gonna place them on our napkin so it can drain. And so as our egg rolls are finished, you cut your stove off and place it to the side. We're going to show you a great dipping sauce. So now that all of our egg rolls are fried and obviously golden brown and they look delicious, I'm going to show you a really good dipping sauce. I'm going to use the sweet chili sauce, and this sauce with your egg roll is so amazing. And you're just going to pour some in a nice bowl. And this sauce is so good with your egg roll. So the first thing we're going to do is break one so you can see that everything in the middle is cooked. Okay, now that the egg roll is split in half and you know that everything is steaming good and cooked, we're going to dip it in our sauce and we're going to try it. It's hot, so you guys got to be careful. That crunch is exactly what you're looking for. And if you can see the shrimp, everything is perfectly cooked. And we're going to double dunk this one and eat it. So good. Now, to garnish, if you having guests come over, you can always garnish with the thyme that you had, because remember you put thyme in it. So you can just drop a little bit of green thyme leaves on top of it, just to give it a cute little look to it. And so now we have dinner. We have shrimp and crab egg roll with shrimp and crab fried rice. It is awesome. I recommend you guys try the recipes. It's super simple. You're gonna love it. Your family's gonna love it. And just keep watching. We got more to come. Again, you're gonna like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and give me all your ideas. If there's any comments, let me know. And again, follow me on my journey. Thanks for watching. Till next time, Jashima's Kitchen. Bye.